Good morning, Steve. How are you going?
Good, thanks, Alish. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to share with us today.
It's a pleasure.
It's great to be able to chat with you. So, Steve, talk to us a bit about your business. Maybe just introduce us. How long have you been massaging? What's your clinic locations and all that kind of stuff? To kind of paint us a bit of a picture of where you're at.
Where I'm at is I started massaging about 14 years ago. I'm a myotherapist. About 6 years into that, I started teaching massage and only worked a part-time clinic and then didn't work clinic at all. And now I've come back to working full-time clinics. I have one in Ararat, one in Ballarat, and here in Torquay. I have a corporate client. But I was finding it difficult to get back to that business mode after being employed as a teacher. And that's when I came and did your course.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So maybe talk to us a bit about where were you at in the business, like beforehand, before we started working together? Like how many clients were you seeing, or what were you struggling with? Where were you kind of at, do you reckon?
I was struggling with the whole business process of getting my own self back into it, getting the marketing out there. I was only seeing maybe 10 clients a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very, very different environment to what I was used to. And I had just no idea. I was floundering in the dark.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's, like, I know for me, when I started 16 years ago, the marketing strategies that I employed back then are so different to what we have available today. And, putting an ad in the yellow pages is not something that we think too much about now. But if you didn't do that back then, there's no point having a business. And so, like, having started in that environment, stepping into teaching, stepping out of the business, and then coming back in all of a sudden, and this happens for a lot of people, whether they're teaching or whether they go on big trips overseas or they start families, and it's almost like they come back into this massage business world going, what the heck has happened? Like, massage is still great. People are still loving it, but I have no idea what's going on. So, yeah.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah, love that honesty there. So talk to us a bit about your experience with the program. What were some of your aha moments that you had in relation to getting back into the business mindset, employing some marketing strategies? What were some of your aha moments?
Okay, so, there was a few aha moments and a couple of different levels, actually.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest one overall was my internal one.
Okay.
My internal self, my own headspace. I was coming from a place of I think almost poverty. I was undercharging. I wasn't coming from, and as you eloquently put it during the course, I wasn't coming from a place of abundance. I was coming from this place of, well, why don't people like me? I knew I was a good therapist, but I didn't know internally I wasn't really believing that, I don't think. And then, so there was a really huge internal shift for me. And that's worked really well with Ararat and Torquay, but I haven't put that same energy into Ballarat yet. And I really believe it's the big energy shift I had that changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
The other ha-ha moments were in the actual, what I call, I suppose, the physical aspect of it. I learned how to set a website up. I learned how to get onto Facebook, and at the moment I'm going through what resonates with my clients. So I'm putting posts out there and just monitoring what resonates and what the clients want through their feedback. And then I'll eventually get further and further with my blogs and that sort of thing. There was a lot of ha-ha moments in setting up systems, being prepared for where you want to go into the future, not just living and thinking, well, this is how I've always done it. Being able to change and go, well, actually, I need to change. I need to redevelop who I am and how I put myself out there.
I think you've just put that so beautifully because, and I know we mentioned this in the course, a lot of it is about, what you can actually do, mechanics and strategies and Facebook and websites and systems and stuff. And a lot of the program is about mindset because we know that our internal world creates our external. That sounds a little bit wishy-washy, but what I mean by that, and I think what you've put so beautifully, is that if like, for example, I could teach anyone to do a Facebook ad, but if people have a fear of success or poverty mindset or are not coming from that place of abundance, then it actually doesn't matter what mechanics you've got. You can have all the tools in the world. And unless you've actually had that realization and that awareness of, am I coming from abundance? What are my beliefs and values around business? And how can I actually outwork that into how I physically do this? It's like, it literally is like a disconnect. It's like a hairdresser with a bad haircut, which is hilarious talking to you. But, it is. It's like that hairdresser, you wouldn't see them because there's a disconnect and there's such a mismatch. So I think you did it really beautifully.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the other thing I learned is connecting with people.
Okay.
Even though a lot of the course was done online, it was still connecting with other therapists and realising that I'm not alone in this. There's other people that are struggling too. And having the follow-up with the group on Facebook, being able to watch their comments, what they're going through. And an interesting thing I found about the course was it doesn't stop. I found that the course opened as many questions as it gave answers. I know that sounds silly, but it's as I've gotten away from the course a little bit, my internal self has actually changed because, I remember that, and it triggers things as you go along.
Yes, fantastic. So it's almost like you've got that little voice in your head now going, how can I do this and how can I do that better? And I love that. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the fact that you can go back and watch any of the training afterwards as well.
Yeah, you can see the training, you've got the course back up, you've got the Facebook back up. It's just, keep going.
Absolutely. We love to be able to help. We've got like a graduates group that we put people in that gives people that support if they need it from us. But I think sometimes it's even just knowing that that's there is phenomenal. Just knowing that stuff is there to go, okay, yep, cool, I can use that if I need to.
Yeah, awesome. It's like you got something to catch you if you need it.
Yeah.
And to remind you of where you can go and what you've done and how far you've come.
I love that. So talk to us a bit about some tangible results that you've seen in your business. Obviously, your energy and your mindset has shifted, which is phenomenal. What kind of changes are you seeing in Ararat and through Torquay?
Ararat now I work there 2 days a week and I'm seeing up to 14 to 15 clients in those 2 days, which is one way too much.
Yep.
Torquay's now buzzed it's gone from seeing 3 or 4 clients in that day to seeing 8.
Wow.
And now in Ballarat, I'm starting to put my energy here. And this week I've got 2 brand new clients coming in, plus a couple of others. Nice. So my goal was to be up to 25 clients a week by the end of Feb. And I've actually achieved it.
Woo! Steve, that is absolutely phenomenal.
Even though Ballarat's quiet, I've still achieved my goal of 25 clients a week.
Absolutely outstanding. Because I remember we have a day in the program where it's almost like we write our goals like they've already happened. So it's like on or before the end of Feb. And I remember reading that, I get goosebumps because I get pretty excited about this stuff. How incredible that you've actually, you've put the right things in place, you've set the intention and actually made that goal happen.
Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I just had to believe it was going to happen. And I think that was that internal belief change.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And we're just absolutely so proud of you. That is just awesome results, going from seeing a handful of clients to now seeing you 25 per week, which is phenomenal. What are you charging now? Talk to us a bit about what you charge and how you've gone about that, because I know that was a big challenge. I challenged you massively on your mindset around what to charge.
So what I did, I was charging $70 an hour. And we had a really long talk about this and about worth and self-value. I've changed things around a little bit to suit clients. I now have an hour and a quarter initial consultation with $90 an hour or $90 for the initial consult. And I'm charging at $85 an hour after that. And that's just the way it goes. And if people bucket that, I don't worry now. I just go, look, that's what I charge. People come, I don't have a lot of money. Well, I'm sorry, but I have my charities I give to, and I've got a lot of generosity, I believe, but these are the fees I need to make my business run.
And did you notice like this massive drop off of people all of a sudden leave in this mass exodus when you did it?
No, there was no exodus in anything. I think I picked up in clients. That's when I started to pick up. I was only seeing 10, as I said, maximum. And I put my fees up and now I'm seeing my 25.
It's amazing, isn't it? It almost makes no sense.
Yeah.
What would you say if you could have a conversation with the old self, who is a lot of people that we speak to, what would you say to him?
I'd say congratulations. You've come so far.
Yeah.
We're not going backwards anymore.
Yeah.
Come with me, you can stay back there if you want to, but I'm moving this way.
Yeah, nice. It's so exciting. So exciting for you, Steve. So if someone was listening to this and was kind of curious about whether they should do it, they weren't sure, they're a little bit on the fence, what would you say to someone who's considering doing it?
Just do it. Just do it. You will gain so much. Everybody's going to gain something different, but it is just phenomenal. I went into it almost skeptical. I was always skeptical about business coaches and this, that, and the other. But I did it and I would do it again. I would most definitely continue on. I'm looking at maybe continuing on later, but definitely it will change everything in the way you think about things, the way you think not only about how you run your business, but about how you see yourself. It'll help you to grow. There's people there to nurture you, and this is what we need. Our families and that love us and can nurture us. And they do, but we also need somebody that can nurture us and help us grow in a different way with our business.
Yeah.
And that's what I got from this course.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Steve. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your really busy day to be able to share with us. And I think what you said today will resonate with lots of people. And just, again, outstanding results for you. Well done. Massive well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
No worries. See you later.